Hey there, welcome back to the channel. If you missed our last episode, we traveled from Blaine, Washington to Sumas, Washington, experienced a small breakdown, and finally crossed the border into Canada. We stayed the night at the Cultus Lake Thousand Trails Campground to restock before heading toward Alaska. The next morning, we set off toward Prince George, BC. After a restful overnight stay in the parking lot at the Treasure Cove Casino in Prince George, we made our way toward Dawson Creek and Mile Zero of the Alaskan-Canadian Highway. Not quite to our destination goal for the day, we left Mile Zero and drove just a bit further to Buckinghorse River, BC for the night. The first 3 days of our journey from Blaine, Washington to Buckinghorse River, BC covered 892 miles, bringing our total miles traveled since leaving Arizona to 2,965 miles. Our 2019 journey to Alaska has been awesome so far, but there are challenges up ahead, so stay tuned. This is episode number 9. Hello, Aaron here with Jones to Travel. I wanted to talk to you for just a minute about this video sponsor, RV Snap Pads. Before RV Snap Pads, once we landed at a spot, we'd have to get out blocks and pads to put our RV leveling feet on. Of course, we have the hydraulic leveling system on our fifth wheel, and I wouldn't own a fifth wheel without it, but I also wouldn't own a hydraulic leveling system without RV Snap Pads. These permanently installed jack pads are simply amazing. When we roll up to a place and we want to stop for the night, all I have to do is disconnect my fifth wheel, press auto level, and everything's done for me. I don't have to bring out wooden blocks or any other pads to place underneath my leveling feet. Currently traveling through northern British Columbia, and after a long day's driving, the last thing I want to do is crawl around under my RV and place pads for my leveling feet. RV Snap Pads are definitely something that you should check into. So go to rvsnappads.com and check out RV Snap Pads for yourself. We highly recommend them. Well, good morning. Today starts day number 3 of our journey through Canada. We made it just south of Fort Nelson last night. We found this Buckinghorse Wayside Provincial Campground. It's dry camping, picnic tables, fire rings. They have a water pump, but you have to boil the water, so it's there if you need it. $20 a night, Canadian. So it's really cool. It's a beautiful campground. Next stop, I believe, besides Fort Nelson, is Laird Hot Springs. So that ought to be pretty neat. Everybody says it's amazing, so we're going to take a dip in the hot springs.
See the container right there that's full of diesel. A Visa card.
Yeah, you go prepay in the little building over there, and then you go around the corner and turn the pump on.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Self-service gasoline.
Yeah.
Or diesel.
Gas and diesel.
And it's super fast. He's already done. $1.39 a liter, and you got a thing right here. You pay right here. That's how much a half a tank costs today.
fix holds. I had to fix it again because what I did before came apart. So once we get to Fort Nelson, yeah, hopefully I can get a piece of brass or something to fix it with. But we'll see how far we get. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, toes crossed, whatever. Say a prayer or something that we make it. I think we'll be okay. Okay, so what do we got happening here?
I mentioned this morning that I kind of fixed this again and hoping it would hold. We made it to Fort Nelson and it held fine, but I went ahead and stopped here to see if I could get a better piece. The name of the place is called Bumper to Bumper Auto Parts here in Fort Nelson, and if you are in this area and you need parts, go see them at Bumper to Bumper. He even did the exchange rate, took American money, did the Canadian-American exchange rate. Awesome place. So I guess the piece that Napa sold me was for vacuum, not for fuel. He sold me a piece for fuel. Okay, I'm gonna zip tie this up and then we're gonna get back on the road. Laird Hot Springs is next. What did I do with the broken piece? I don't know what I did with it. Maybe it's up here. Let me find it.
I'll leave my door open so we can get air through.
Yeah. So the piece that was straight, now it looks like that. And it got a pinhole and diesel fuel. I don't know, we leaked out a couple gallons of diesel fuel. So what I'm gonna do to try and solve this, we're on the side of the Alcan and 3 or 4 people have driven by and nobody stopped, but I'm gonna drill a hole through the end of this bolt, down as far as my drill bit will go, cut it off, and use that to connect the two hoses together. It's the only thing I can come up with. Hopefully that'll get us to Whitehorse. That's the only town with anything.
Watson Lake?
I don't know what's at Watson Lake. Maybe, yeah. But right now, we're not going anywhere.
Okay, hopefully we don't get eaten by a bear.
Bear's the least of my worries.
Got bugs? There's so many bugs here, I think it's worse than Texas. Oh, that's gonna be fun to clean.
Time for a good healthy lunch. What do you got?
This Baja salad with a yesterday's grilled burger.
Nice. Yeah, definitely hungry.
I told Maggie that we need to grill up some more tonight. Perfect lunch because the salad and the meat. But she's having hers. She was a hungry girl.
She was a hungry girl. You get hungry when you sleep in the truck all day. So today we made it to Laird Hot Springs. Our goal was Watson Lake, but I don't know, we're what, 150 miles from Watson Lake?
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe, I'm not sure, have to look. But we had a couple breakdowns today. The piece that I bought for the fuel hose in Fort Nelson didn't hold, held about 70 miles and it melted, so I guess that wasn't such a great solution. I took a bolt and I drilled a hole through it and made my own tube. The downside is the underneath side of the truck and the entire, I don't know, 2/3 of the fifth wheel covered in diesel fuel from when the other hose let loose on the highway. So a couple of really awesome folks from Alberta stopped and helped us. And
nice of them.
yeah, and we got the little part made and got it installed, and so far so good. As soon as I get to somewhere where I can get mail, I'm going to order the part online because the dealerships don't have it. I have to order online. But anyway, we've been over that. And we're going to go check out the hot springs, probably come back and have a light snack and crash. So they say you earn Alaska. Well, we earned a dip in the hot springs. Boardwalk's cool.
That is pretty cool.
You He's right there. He's looking at me. He likes whatever that green stuff is. The hot end, and as you go down it gets cooler, and then you go way down there, it's like bath water. The water over there's literally bubbling, it's so hot. Wow. We'll see you tomorrow, day 4, and tomorrow will be Yukon?
I think so, yep.
We'll be in the Yukon. All right?
It's not a country, it's a province.
Province,
Another
yeah.
province to put on the map.
Right? See you tomorrow, day 4. Bye.
Yukon.